Okay, just got done sanding up the sealer. Now the next thing I'm going to do is mix up the black powder glaze, and probably going to start with the back sides of the door first and the shelves, and then I'll do the cabinet and the face of the doors at the same time. So as you can see, it's powdered up real well. I particularly like this sealer quite a bit. It does do a very nice chalking up. I've used some other sealers in the past, and they don't seem to powder up as much. It's a personal preference, but anyways, as you can see, it's very well sanded. So what I will probably do though is I'll actually take a compressed air nozzle and blow all this dust out, get most of it out as I can, especially in the shelf pinholes here. That way I don't have any surprises when I spray on the black powder glaze. So. Okay, so this is the black powder glaze. I don't know how well you saw it. I'll try and zoom in on the fronts, but it really sprays out wet and it dries very, very quickly, and it just turns into a powder. There's different applications for glazes, and this one here I wanted a little bit cleaner look, and this is kind of the way to go. I've got several other glazes. I've got two stock colors, a white and a Van Dyke brown, and I've also got a custom black, which is not a powder glaze, but it's a real thick formulation. You could spray it, but it is, I don't know if you'd classify it as a gel sting, but it's actually something that Sherwin-Williams Chemical Coating Store had matched for me, and they're actually matching one of my previous suppliers. And it was really nice, is it really hung up in the corners very well. But this here is actually would do a very similar process. It's just that it's a little bit easier to work with. The disadvantage is you have all this dust. So I won't have any rags. I'll just have a Scotch-Brite, so that's one plus. I know there's manufacturers out there that make their own version of powder glaze. Valspar has some in their Zenith series, which is a waterborne glaze. I know that ML Campbell has it. I don't remember what exactly it's called, but it actually is a solvent glaze. That's a powder glaze. Sherwin-Williams has it, and I believe it's only available in black. It's called a black, or it's called a black glaze powder. And I believe Chemcraft sure has some as well, along with maybe Gemini and some of the other big key players. So anyways, this is what I'm using, and I think I better start wiping or rubbing this down. So. Okay, so there we have the black powder glaze applied, and we'll let this dry for about a minute or two. As you can see, it's already turned into a chalky powder, and that's the whole idea. So I'm just going to make sure it turns all kind of a uniform gray color, and then I'll take a Scotch-Brite. Pardon that noise, that's the air compressor automatic tinkering bleeding off. The compressor's charging right now. So anyways, as you can see, I guess it's all covered in black powder glaze, and literally you can just rub it now. The nice thing is that this does not blow off with compressed air. So, and I don't know what the window of time is as far as how long you can let it sit on there. I don't think you can let it sit overnight, but it's something that you can pretty much start working with immediately. The technical data sheet I got from Sherwin-Williams on it was very short and brief. It was very, I wouldn't say informative or uninformative, but it didn't give me a lot of the information I was looking for. And when I talked to the chemical coating store, they don't normally stock it. They actually had to get it from a different location, so I didn't know too much about it either. Talking with some other people in the past that I've known that have worked with it before, they had said that you know, once it's dry to the touch, you can start rubbing it down or wiping it. This, however, on the other hand, you can't really wipe it, you have to rub it, just because the way it kind of bites into the film. So, alright, let's get to scrubbing it down. Okay, you can see this cabinet's just filled with powder now. You probably saw how I was actually just pounding the pad out. I'm going to take a compressed air nozzle now and blow this dust out, and I will tell you that the key thing here is going to be wearing just at least a dust mask at the minimum, a particle mask, to keep this stuff out of your lung. This is something you just don't want to inhale for it to stick inside your lungs. So I'm going to put on a disposable particle mask, and I'm going to blow this out and then do a final cleanup just to make sure I didn't miss any spots. So far, it's going to look really good.